Now, some pilgrims arrive in Mecca before the Hajj starts.
This healthy Hajj video guide provides useful information during the Hajj travel, health and general safety, as well as other helpful Hajj tips. So, if you're planning to join the other millions of pilgrims from all over the world in the holy rituals, then follow these tips and tricks to help keep you safe and healthy during the Hajj. First of all, please read the fire safety instructions in your places of accommodation and other areas you visit. You should also know all of the exit routes, especially as you need to know how to escape in case of fire outbreaks and other dangerous situations. One of the most important concerns of the annual Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca is the transmission of infectious diseases. So, maintain your personal hygiene, maintain your personal hygiene equipment. For example, your towel, your shaving tools, soap, toothbrush. Click up here for the full list of medical and health items you need to carry for your Hajj travel. Your means of transport during the pilgrimage, like your planes, the buses, the trains, are among the most vulnerable places of infection transmission. This is usually through coughing, sneezing, speaking, direct contact, etc. So be sure to use your handkerchiefs while coughing or sneezing by covering the nose and mouth and then throwing them in the trash. The Hajji cough is real, peeps. I talk about this in this video up here. Avoid hugging and shaking hands. Bring a sufficient amount of clothes, why don't you, and comfortable Hajj footwear with you, as you'll have to walk a lot, because blisters and foot problems are incredibly common. In fact, they're perhaps one of the most common things the Hajjis encounter. Poorly fitting footwear can actually impact on your Hajj health. I talk more about this in this video on important things you need to do before you travel for Hajj. You'll need to change into fresh clothes regularly. Loose, light-colored clothes are needed and recommended. Avoid wearing heavy and dark-colored clothes. And I beg of you, don't spit on the floor, as it is a premium source of infection. In crowded places, especially, change your face mask. If your face mask gets dirty, wet, or if you touch the inside of it, then you should change to a new one. Be aware of the early symptoms of meningitis or meningococcal disease, which may include fever, headaches, nausea and vomiting, weakness, neck stiffness, and a rash. If you develop these symptoms, you need to seek medical attention immediately. To prevent swollen feet after sitting for a long time on the plane or bus, your favorite surgeon recommends you walking or standing for a short while every 1 or 2 hours. Practice insect and tick bite avoidance measures day and night. Use an insect repellent to avoid those insect bites or stings. How about tips for shaving and hair cutting? Well, for shaving, be aware that unclean razors can transmit viruses such as hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and HIV. Travelers should be shaved using disposable blades at officially designated centers or use their own disposable blades and avoid sharing personal hygiene tools. Please visit only licensed barbers for shaving and not the street barbers. In short, one-time used razors or shavers are recommended. Use your disposable tools when shaving your heads. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. To protect yourself against heat-related illnesses, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke, for example, which are leading causes of illness during Hajj, pilgrims should drink plenty of water, bottled, mind you. Symptoms of heat-related illness can include profuse sweating, chills, headaches, dizziness or confusion, and nausea. Travelers who develop these symptoms should move to a cool area and seek medical attention. Remember, don't overexert yourself. Pace your walking and rest in the shade when needed. Drink, please. Drink enough liquid to keep yourself hydrated. Drink lots of water and consistently too, to avoid dehydration and heat stroke. And avoid those ice cubes, please. Buy your fresh fruit juices for much needed vitamin C. Fresh fruits and water-based vegetables like watermelons, cucumbers, oranges, and green tea leaves will help you maintain your body water and fight off dehydration. Guys, Hajj is an effort. Throughout the Hajj, the pilgrim loses a significant amount of liquid through sweating and perspiration. The hot climate and intense physical activities increase your need for water. That's why it's very important for you to drink so much water to avoid that risk of dehydration. Always keep a water bottle with you and seek shade whenever possible. The risk of sunburn is high, particularly to your head, your face, and your feet, as these areas of your body will be most exposed to strong ultraviolet A and B rays. Use a sunscreen that contains good protection against both UVA and UVB rays. Apply your sunscreen before heading out into the sun, and remember to reapply it every few hours following the manufacturer's directions, of course. Keep on reapplying it throughout the day. Carry along at least one pair of sunglasses to prevent your eyes from the scorching heat. There can sometimes be very, very hot temperatures, almost approaching 50 degrees and even beyond sometimes. So use an umbrella. Obviously, for the sun, you also have to protect yourself against heat exhaustion and sunstrokes. It's not possible to completely avoid exposure to the sun, but you can try to avoid it for too long. So just use your light-colored umbrella when necessary. Even a sun hat will help. Avoid exposing yourself under the sun for a long period. Please take breaks in an air-conditioned area to cool down. Don't make too much effort and try to have sufficient rest and sleep, please, after performing each of the Hajj rituals so you conserve your strength. If you've reached this part of the video and you're loving it also, please type Hajji in the comment section below. Carry on you dry food items like dates and dry nuts. Many of the Hajji foods common in the Arab Gulf and Saudi Arabia include seeds, grains, nuts, and dried fruits. Dates in particular are favored in the sacred city. Rich in vitamins and proteins, these foods will help build up your stamina and keep your body in top shape to keep energy levels up. Eat in moderation. Don't overburden your stomach because it can cause indigestion and gases. Have a high fiber intake as this helps to avoid constipation. Choose whole grain, bread and oats, raw and steamed vegetables, fresh fruits, skinless chicken, fish, low-fat dairy products, raw nuts, and olive oil. How do you prevent injury? Follow road safety rules to avoid injuries. Take extra care when crossing roads and always wear a seatbelt when traveling in motor vehicles. Try to avoid the most densely crowded areas during the Hajj, and when options exist, perform rituals at non-peak hours. Road traffic accidents are also a major cause of injury and death, as pilgrims may walk long distances near or through heavy traffic. Try to avoid the most densely congested areas, please, and always be aware of the location of emergency exits. Can't overstress this enough. Keep your hands clean. Frequently wash and sanitize your hands. Your hands are the best source of transmission for viruses and bacteria. Keep your hands clean. Avoid direct contact with others. Also, wash your hands well before and after preparing food and before and eating food. Keep tissues in your hand and be sure to throw away used tissues. Click on this playlist to know how to prevent getting food poisoned on Hajj. I'm Dr. Hadiza, your friendly, holistic, reconstructive surgeon. Watch more on the Medical Information channel.